Good morning everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I have a bit of a cold, and every time I have a cold I lose my voice a little bit. I have a day at home today, so I'm going to start off with taking the dogs for a walk up the bush. I'm going to drive up a little bit further up just so I don't have to go on such a long walk to get there, because I am a little bit unwell and I don't want to walk too far today. We'll start off with that and then see where the day takes us. I've got a couple of things in mind that I want to get done, but also if I feel too unwell, there's no pressure for me to get them done. It's got to the time of the year where I need to make sure I'm only really walking the dogs in the first half of the day, like the morning especially, because living out where there's the bush and like lots of dams and water and trees, there's like a big risk of snakes. And the other day actually, when I was horse riding actually, but I saw a giant black snake on the track I was riding on. So I just want to make sure that the doggies don't get bit either. Which is a shame, because it's like the best time of year to go walking, because the sun's finally out. It's beautiful. And then people go and ruin it by leaving rubbish everywhere. I don't understand why people feel like they have to leave rubbish. Aside from that though, look how beautiful it is. Ready? Oh, how far are you going to go? You can do it. When I get home, I'm going to get changed and do my horse jobs. Lace left last weekend, and so now it's just the two horses at home, and it's actually really nice. I love training horses for people, but getting a chance to just ride, well, Elvis is my only horse, but getting a chance to just spend more time riding him. We'll go home and work the two horses before it gets too hot. Today is the first super warm day. I think it's going to get to like 26 degrees today, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go work some ponies. It's the first really sunny day, so I get to start wearing my wide brim hats again, which I'm really happy about. And I'm staying sun smart, wearing my long sleeve shirts, because I just do not want to get sunburnt this season. I will go and work Elvis first. I'll bring him out. We are working on a bit of collection together, just building up his muscles and his strength so that he doesn't burn out when we do any of the competing work. What do I need? So we'll do that first. But before I get the horsey out, gotta make sure you put sunscreen on. This is what I use on my neck and my chest and my hands. I don't put it on my face usually because I break out if I use it. I will also make the horse feeds first, because I use a type of feed called micro beet. It's a beet pulp. It's like a really nice fiber. It's good for their tummy, and it requires like a bit of time to soak. So by the time I finish working them, it's usually ready to feed out, and they get their little treat when they finish their ride. So yeah, I put enough. I actually use warm water so it soaks up a bit quicker. And so I'm going to show you it. It looks a bit gross, but that's just because it's soaked. So I'll show you what I put in there. I actually need to go to the stock feeds today. So this is the microbeat. Yeah, it's beet pulp basically. It's got a lot of nice nutrients in there. Oh my god, sunnies. And then I also just use, look how low I am. I use a fiber essential. Yeah, it's basically just compressed chaff. And I find it just a lot cleaner to use than regular chaff. And then the magic product I use is this Blender's Amazing Mineral Plus. This is the best stuff. It basically has all of the minerals, like look at all the ingredients, like minerals and salts and things like that that a horse needs, as well as a toxin binder to be healthy. And Elvis used to suffer in like the wet times with, what's it called, greasy heel. It's like a skin condition. Yeah, his skin would crack and get really sore because of all of the moisture. And I really struggled with it for a long time, and that's what got me onto the minerals. I call it BAM because it's Blender's Amazing Minerals, BAM, BAM. And he has not had greasy heels since. Like, it's currently spring, so it's like the wettest time of the year. Well, not the wettest time, but it's very wet and the ground's pretty wet. It's dry today just because the sun's out. And he doesn't get it. And as well as that, hi Bonnie, she always greets me at the gates. And then she doesn't like move off the gate. Yeah, as well as that, thank you. Their coats are really shiny, and it gives them like healthier hooves. Yeah, it's basically just a really great mineral. And yeah, the electric fence isn't even on. That's not helpful. I don't like to feed high energy or high sugary, high proteiny type feeds very often unless they're in like insane work, because I just don't like to mess too much with like their natural diet. And because where we are, there's a lot of grass, like probably too much for the amount of animals we have on the place. They don't need any more calorie intake. All they really need is the minerals to really balance out what the grass isn't giving them. And yeah, I think BAM is a great mineral. And I'll show you Elvis in a minute. He's very shiny now. Here he is. Look how shiny he is. And all I did was give him a brush off. You can see he's still a little bit dirty as well. This is how shiny my big boy is. Look at that boy. And yeah, I think it really is the minerals. So highly recommend if you have. Before I start riding, I want to show you something that I'm proud of. Look. That means I'm riding hard. Comment below what riding jeans you would recommend. I'm thinking of trialing the Kimes Ranch jeans. Is that how you pronounce it? Kimes Ranch? But they're very expensive, so I want to know what they're like before I buy them, because I can only buy them online. Okay, I've just warmed the big boy up. Did a bit of a walk, a trot, a bit of a lope. I'm listening to some Leo Skeppy podcast, so I'm feeling pumped, feeling motivated. I love him. He makes the best podcasts. that was a nice session. Had a lot of fun. I kept it short. I did like a 5-minute warm up and then maybe not even 15 minutes. I think when it comes to stuff like this that's a bit stressful. Oh, hang on, you gotta let me open the gate first, buddy. I think keeping it short yeah, is good for them. Otherwise you can really stress them out and then training can be not so fun for them. And Bonnie keeps looking at something. I don't know what it is, so we're gonna go for a ride around just the front yard to see if there's maybe a snake or something. What are you looking at, honey? Let's keep going for a look. There was nothing that I could see, so might have just slithered away if it was a snake. I'm gonna pack up Elvis and then swap horses. Just saddled Bonnie up. I'm gonna give her a quick session because number one, I'm bringing her back into work. She's had a long time off, so I started her under saddle back in April and did about 8 weeks, but there was a pause in the middle, and then I sort of only rode her once a fortnight or something, on and off. So she's not very fit. So I didn't ride her for a lot of reasons. Number one, I had other horses come home to be started under saddle, and so she's not my priority. But number two, she's a bit of a slow grower, so I'd like her to put on a bit of weight, take some time to grow. I'll be selling her for her owner hopefully soon. She doesn't cope very well with the heat, I will say. She's born and bred in a place where it's a lot colder. So like even today she was sweaty underneath her rug, so it's like she's got sweat just from being out in the paddock. So that's another thing. I don't want to cause much stress to her because of the heat, so I'll probably just do something nice and small. We're working on like managing like her speed at each gate, especially a canter. So I wanted to, you know, progress slowly into a canter and then come back down into a trot and then a walk pretty easily. So I'll be doing transition work, I predict, today. I only rode her for like 10 minutes because she is hot. She's sweating. She's trying to roll over. So we might wait until all of her winter coat's out before we do any longer riding. So this is what the feed looks like after. See how it's all like, it's like fluffy? Fluffy? Yeah. Elvis, it's yours. They're both exactly the same, but he is a food stealer, so I give him the bigger one so that Bonnie can get a chance to eat all of hers. And that must feel nice. So I just got inside from the horses. I ended up washing all of the tack I used on Bonnie just because she was sweaty and horse sweat's really gross. So I washed the saddle pad and the girth and her bridle. And now I'm going to make some lunch. I'm going to quickly show you what I make. So I make rice paper rolls. So I just get these from Woolies. And what I do is I get tofu. This is like the satay tofu from Woolies. And then I put all of this in it. I got cucumber, capsicum, carrot, and lettuce. And I put like one of each piece in and then as much lettuce as I can fit. Roll it up. And they're so good. And then I make a satay sauce. I'll show you the sauce when I finish making these. Peanut butter, brown sugar, and soy sauce. So that's how much of each. I got like a little bit of soy sauce, like a heavy teaspoon of peanut butter and a bit of sugar. I'm going to mix it and then gradually add water until it's as thick as I like it. And that's it. That's my lunch. So my satay sauce, my spring rolls. I am going to eat this and then I'll be going into town. I need to buy some horse food and I want to get some smaller feed buckets, and we're going camping this weekend. So Tom has one of his enduro races this weekend. So we're going to go buy some food and all the stuff that we need for camping as well. So I'm back from the shops. Before I show you the horse feed that I got, I want to show you the other thing that I needed to get that I forgot to mention. I finally bought some new runners. They're pretty cute. I bought the smaller buckets, like I said, and these are the horse feeds I got. So Fiber Essential, and then I got Speedy Beat. I think I'm going to leave the video there, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, it's just after 5 o'clock, so I'm probably just going to wind down, have something to eat, spend some time doing a bit of cleaning up and getting ready for tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, thanks so much, and I will see you next week.